Hey guys, happy almost Thanksgiving, right? Heading into a holiday week for all of you that have kids in school. They're probably out next week. So just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving because I'm not probably going to see you all next week. If I do, it'd be earlier in the week. But today we're going over zinc. And, most of you guys all know what zinc is because we see a big branding of it and a push of it at the checkout line anywhere you go around cold and flu season, because zinc obviously helps our immune system. But what it is, it's an essential trace mineral the body has to have. What might surprise you today, or maybe not, on this one is how much we need it and how much it actually contributes to functions in the body. A lot more than actually I even knew that it helps with, and can, if you don't have enough, what the problem is. So, skin structure and integrity. It is actually, there's 6 times more concentrated zinc on the top layer of your skin than the lower layers. So you can say that it helps with cell turnover in your skin. So you can think of structure and integrity. I think most of the time if you were to see, it may not be one of the big things that they push, but if you're trying to get like skin tightening lotions and blah, 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 zinc is something they would recommend. Collagen formation, we all know that. So kind of along the same lines is what we know about collagen's use in the gut, the bone broth craze, or, all that stuff with collagen and what it can do for cellular formation in your body and healing and inflammation. Inflammation fighter, wound healing. If you've ever noticed that you are super, super slow to healing like a cut, a bruise, anything in your body, you're just a lot slower, like it's noticeably slower, could be a zinc slight deficiency. And then there's, if you're always sick, like I know there's people that are, and again, stuff that I'm telling you guys, it's not like, hey, this means you have a zinc deficiency, but it's more about like, hey, if you've got 10 of these kind of symptoms in here, maybe think about doing a zinc test, and we'll go over that. So it does help prevent sickness, and the verdict is out a little bit, but it can help expedite cold symptoms. So again, you might find some stuff on the internet that's like, there's nothing that can actually expedite a cold, but it can expedite the symptoms if you take zinc. And it can build up your immune system so you maybe don't experience the full cold if you've caught it early enough. Prevention of most illnesses. If your zinc levels are high, you're not going to be as sick. All right, one of the things, we obviously know the zinc oxide for sunscreens. So it can protect your skin. And it goes for gut lining formation. So 70 to 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So what zinc does is it helps make gastric juices or stomach acid. So if you don't have enough zinc in your body, you're not getting enough, and your body doesn't hold on to it, or it's being depleted, you won't have enough stomach acid. This is me. I have been on digestive enzymes to supplement this for a long, long time. I take them with every meal. I don't produce enough zinc, or I don't hold on, I shouldn't say produce enough. Even through foods, I just don't hold on to it well. It depletes through my body. So again, if you've had somebody, or if you're somebody that has problem with digestion, it could be a zinc deficiency, and you just need to supplement with it. Autoimmune disease. So the paleo mom, which is a really, she's pretty sought after, I guess, or respected in the medical or the nutrition field, as far as just really knowing her stuff. She's a nutritionist, but she said zinc deficiency is the most common micronutrient deficiency in autoimmune disease out there today. So if you're looking at kids and adults with autoimmune, a lot of times you can curb the condition, or at least help it by just adding zinc back in. It's actually pretty fascinating what they're finding with that. It detoxifies alcohol. So for all of you out there, if you have always had a very low tolerance, like you have one glass of wine and it just really gives you a hangover, it could be a zinc deficiency, because it actually breaks down alcohol once you've had it ingested in your body. Promotes thyroid hormone. So people that have, there's actually been a lot of studies done on people that have thyroid issues, and if they just put zinc in there, they could actually be off of medication. So something to think about if you've got thyroid issues. And the really, really fascinating ones, I'll go over this one first, is it actually raises libido. and they call it the ultimate sex hormone, which I think is so cool because what it does is it aids in testosterone production. And as you know, both men and women need testosterone, guys. It's not just men. But it can actually help raise libido, which I think is pretty cool because it's really easy to supplement with if you are deficient. And then one of the other things I think probably one that hit home to me the most was it's instrumental, if that's the word to use. It's very important in growth of kids. So it can delay puberty if you're deficient, and we're talking anything from just maturation there, but also size. Like if you've got a child that's just not gaining weight. One of the blogs I was reading that was kind of an offshoot was talking about kids that are very, very picky eaters. And they were saying, parents, if you've had a kid that's been doing 10 foods or less, that's all they'll eat for like a year, probably something you need to check out is what their zinc levels are. It's a sensory perception of food, and it affects your appetite, so they're never hungry, and nothing tastes good because zinc actually affects your taste buds and your sensory perception of what that food tastes like. Not to mention it suppresses appetite when you don't have enough. And so I thought that was really interesting for all you parents out there, anybody that has small kids around. It's if you've got you hear a lot about picky eaters, but if they've got some other symptoms that go along with that zinc actually does in your body is it's crucial to you needing enough. Now that doesn't mean run out and buy zinc right now and start supplementing. What it does mean though is that you probably should there's a DIY self-test. They basically liquid zinc, you can order it online, take it or get it at home. And what you're going to do is put some in your mouth and swish it around for like 30 seconds. And there's 4 different, does it taste like nothing? Does it taste, I'd be lying if I told you guys I'd memorized each description, but you match where it is for you. So if it tastes like nothing in your mouth and you spit it out, it was like, oh, this just tastes like bland liquid, right? You are zinc deficient. And then all the way up to where it tastes, I cannot remember, I don't want to say like nickel or like a penny, but anyways, you can look that one up, and I'll actually put a link to the person that sent me the self-test instructions. But foods that are really high in zinc, guys, and these would probably not be optimal for kids, but oysters are like the highest in zinc, which if you guys think about it, oysters have always been termed as an aphrodisiac food, right? Like, wow, and it's because of the zinc levels in them, and it's like I talked about, it raises your libido. Red meat, chicken, sardines, pumpkin seeds, dark chocolate, so there's just some few there, but you guys can look up a list of these online. I'll list the ones out that I told you. But again, it's a crucial mineral, right, for your body. And just off of what I told you here, when you have enough, what it can actually do for everything from your skin to your gut, to your sex drive, right? But I would say if you could check off even 3 or 4 or 5 of the things that I said that click with you, like, oh, I don't digest well, and my skin is really bad, my acne is really bad, I don't like the taste of meats, and there's a lot of things there. But if you can click off, check off that you have a lot of those, take a test, see if you're deficient in zinc, and see if that can help, because it's really interesting what they've said about how just adding it back in, people with autoimmune and beyond, as far as just even with their skin conditions, they haven't needed medication anymore. So I think that that's pretty cool, right? If we can get away from getting prescribed so many drugs in this world and just start getting back to what we actually need through real mineral, vitamins, whatever, supplementation, or foods, right? Foods that are actually rich in this stuff. Then we could do, not one less prescription, guys, as I know everybody would be happy about that in their lives. So, again, guys, if you have any questions, hit me up. Zinc is really important. Take a look at it, not just for your skin, not just for cold and flu season, but it is important for everything down to the cells in your body. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good weekend.